Twice a year, about 50 million of waterbirds fly for long distance from their northern breeding grounds to their southern wintering areas. This migration route is called a flyway. The East Asian Australian Flyway is one of the 9 migratory routes known in the world. The East Asian Australian Flyway stretches across 22 countries, from Alaska in the US and Siberia in Russia, and south through Southeast Asia to Australia and New Zealand. Over 200 species of migratory waterbirds has been recorded along this flyway. Over a million of years, these birds have evolved to take advantage of the abundant food resources in the Arctic Circle. An arduous journey that is worthwhile because there is abundant insect food and relatively few predators during the summer, which is enabling them to raise their offspring easier. However, when winter comes, they must migrate to the south to avoid the extremely low temperatures. Some birds, such as curlew, able to migrate over 1,000 kilometers without stopping, and may lose almost half of its body weight. Yet not all of these birds can fly from their breeding site to their wintering site without stopping. Many of these migratory birds rely on wetlands, such as tidal mudflats, lakes, and rivers. The bird use these habitats as the stepping stones during migrations, places to rest and refuel. The lake bands and rings, often applied by researchers to identify the flight range of migratory birds. These methods used to identify area and find out how far these birds fly between continents. Northern Sumatra, recently known as important wintering area for shorebirds in Indonesia. Apart from Sumatra, there are 3 other flyway routes in Indonesia, namely Kalimantan, Sulawesi, and Papua. Every year, at least 50,000 of shorebirds arrive in the eastern coast of North Sumatra. They are spending their time for feeding and resting. After 2 till 3 weeks of rest, they continue their journey, fly to the south, heading to Australia or New Zealand. These birds migrate to find comfortable temperatures to breed. Unfortunately, many of them are unable to continue their journey because they were caught by poachers. Some birds, trapped by shooting or snares, then become served on the table. Some birds that escape the snare may lose their leg or other limb, even though they still have the wings for flying. We take part of this migration phenomenon by doing seasonal monitoring to understand the trend of population and also to know the changes of wetlands habitats, which is declining year by year. We are also involved in public awareness campaigns and role discussion with governments and decision makers for shorebirds conservation. It's not only the migratory waterbirds that depend on this wetland habitat, but human beings equally need to. We are human rely on wetlands for food researches, and also important ecosystem services such as water purification, carbon storage, nutrient recycling, and protection to our shorelines. Now, due to the expansive land clearing, these migratory birds are facing many obvious threats. Habitat loss. Due to the rapid economic development and increasing human population in the East Asian Australian Flyway means that many important habitats rapidly disappearing. Illegal hunting with guns, traps, and maze nets, egg collecting, invasive species, pollution, and climate change. They are all serious threats to these migratory waterbirds' existences. It is very clear that not only you or me, but we are together could save the sustainability of shorebirds' migrations.